You've got your G chord, but did you know you can take that same chord shape and play it up and down your fretboard using 3 strings and make a whole bunch of different chords? Check this out. That note there is a G. If you play, just move your ring finger up to your 5th fret. That note's an A. We're going to go up a little further here. Now my ring finger's on my 7th fret. That's a B. 8th fret is a C. D is on your 10th fret. And then E's on your 12th. We're going to stop there and go back down. D on your 10th. C on your 8th. B on your 7th. A on your 5th. G on your 3rd. That note there is why that chord is named a G chord. We also have the 4th string here, which is an open G, but for this video, I'm going to be ignoring that 4th string. We're just going to focus on these 3 strings. Okay, so we've got our G here. What we can do now is shift that ring finger. I'm keeping my ring finger in contact with my string. Okay, I'm not lifting everything off, I'm keeping it down. So I've moved my ring finger to my 5th fret, then I put my 2 fingers down there behind it. Now it's an A chord. Let's go up here to fret 7, lay those 2 fingers down. You may have a hard time laying the fingers down that way. You may move up here and then say, oh, I have to lift and do that. Okay. But I do encourage you to keep your finger in contact with that string. Eventually, well, I'll show you how I look, but eventually you'll be able to keep your fingers all down. Not pushing down all the time, but just touching the string. Now I'm going to move my ring finger up to my 8th fret. C chord. Ring finger up to my 10th fret, and these 2 fingers fall behind, just making a G chord shape all the way along. Except now it's a D chord. Shifting my ring finger up to my 2nd string, fret 12, and those 2 fingers fall behind it, just like that, making that same shape. But now it's an E chord. Okay, let's go back. Ring fingers on my 10th fret for my note D. Fingers lay down, D chord. 8th fret, fingers come behind again, C chord. All right, now 7th fret, again makes a B chord. 5th fret makes an A. G. So it's fun, hey? You know, you can make a lot of these different chord shapes, so it's cool. All right, so we're going to take the G, play that. We're going to zero in just on a few chords. So let's head up to the C. That's on your 8th fret. Let's go back home to the G. Get the feel of it. See that? My fingers are just, the one finger anyway, is just sliding up and down the string like a train on a track. Now to the G. Now let's go back up to the C on that 8th fret. Up to the D. C. G. So now we've defined why this chord is named that, because that's a G, and we've listed the names of the notes up the fretboard, not hitting all the sharps and flats, just like the white keys on the piano. Notes is what I've gone after. And we've practiced making this shape, going up and down the fretboard, so you can see that same chord shape, that triangular chord shape of the G, can be moved up and down. One thing that I should make note of is that I take my thumb with me while I do that. I don't leave it back there. I take it along with me. All right, so we're picking on C, G, and D. What I'm going to do to start is you can decide if you want to pick the strings like that or strum them, whatever. Okay, and I'm just going to go pluck and hold for 4 beats to start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go up to that C on the 8th fret and pluck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to G. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again 1, 2, 3, 4 up to C. We'll do it twice. 2, 3, 4, and again 1, 2, 3, 4 back to G. 2, 3, 4, and again 1, 2, 3, 4 to D. Up on that 10th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4 to C. 3, 4 to G. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You may have noticed when I was sliding from the C down to the G, I didn't do that. What I did was this. I lifted my fingers to remove the pressure on the strings, and I slid with those two fingers and just went like that. So sometimes you'll see me do this, lifting two fingers. Sometimes you'll see me move these two. I just keep them, can you hear that? Fingers just sliding back and forth on the string. Sometimes you'll see this, where I keep that whole chord shape and just adjust the size of it based on what fret I'm on. Okay, so now we've done the plucking for 4 counts, but I'm going to mix it up now. I'm going to do a double stop thumb pluck. So what that amounts to is I'm going to have my 2 fingers here and my thumb. So pluck, thumb, pluck, thumb. If you say to yourself, I'm not ready to pluck with those 2 fingers, maybe you could strum. Strum, thumb, strum, thumb. This whole time we're just ignoring that 4th string. Just 3 strings is all we're dealing with. Okay, so each chord now will get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just like that, okay? But I'm gonna swing it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and feel it swing. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so here we go. We've got G, C, G, G, C, C, G, G up to our 10th fret for D, C, G, G. Now I want to make note of something. I'm sitting here like this with my thumb and my 2 fingers. Some people may say, that is wrong. You need to use your fingers like this. I say have an open mind. Okay? That'll work. This works too. That works too. Have an open mind. But I'm playing with these. Okay? Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G. C, G. Again. One more C. G. Ready for D, 10th fret. Ready? Here we go. We're on C there. I started smiling through that because I thought, I wonder if anybody noticed what I did. And I'm going to tell you. Here I am up on my C. Watch my finger. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. See how I lifted up my finger but still plucked? You'll hear the sounds like that while I'm playing, and I think that they just add a little bit more relaxed style and they sound nice. And so check it out. I'm going to play now through that again, and you're going to hear me doing some open strings in there. So when I'm coming down, you'll hear that going up. 2 and 3 and 4, and you might hear that. You might hear 1 string ringing open, okay, as I transfer from chord to chord, or maybe I'll be totally precise. Kind of depends on how I feel like playing it. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3, and play with me, G. C. That's a car going by. G. C. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. I did an open. That was D, C, open. Ha. See what I did there? I slid back a fret. I made an F sharp. Those sorts of moves can be a lot of fun once you realize that this shape here can be moved up and down the fretboard, giving you a lot of different chord voices without barring. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Please click like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.